Wow, we just got ourselves a third console mod drop in Baldur's Gate 3 this week, and I think that this one might be the best that we've gotten, with multiple class mods, as well as some new encounters that can be added into the game, and a bunch of other fun stuff. This one was actually packed with great mods, so I'll be covering all of them in this video to let you know if they're worth downloading, as we now have a 100 mod limit on consoles. So first things first, this one I actually predicted at the start of the week, so this is another one that I predicted that now came to console. So extra encounters, this one is incredible. I wasn't sure we'd get it this soon on console, but I knew it would be coming soon. This is made by Relamod. Extra encounters adds new fights to the game in different areas. So like we can fight the skeletal dragon here in Act 2. It adds 11 mini bosses and 24 encounters to the game, and I'll cover that in this video. So you can fight like the Avatar of Lakith here. We also got some boss fights against aberrations and other creatures like the Forged Fires here. So I love this mod because it adds so many new things to the game, and new fights, new encounters, new experiences. I love that, as if you played through Baldur's Gate 3 a bunch of times, it's nice to go through and see new things whenever you're playing through. So that's exactly what this mod does, and I highly recommend this one for that reason. So you can see here, there's a map if you check out the mod.io page that'll show you where the fights are. So some different encounters, different mini bosses in all different areas of the game. This will have updates in the future as they're adding more to the game, so I love that they're frequently updating it. It was updated last 5 hours ago, so yeah, there's new things coming with this mod. I think it's awesome. So you can see here the Rosymorn Monastery there, and then we got ourselves some more fights, and yeah, all the way through Gauntlet of Shar and Worm's Crossing. So there'll be more added to Act 3. They just added 2 more fights to Act 3 since I last talked about this mod, and fixed some of the issues with it. So this is a really great mod, adds a bunch of different fights, and I will probably do a video on this at a future date because there's so many cool fights. Next, we got ourselves the Battle Mage, which I'll be posting a build on this later. This mod's made by Tacos 4K. I'm a big fan of Tacos, and I'm a big fan of this mod. We got ourselves 3 different subclasses with our Arcane Guardian, the Witch Hunter, and the Arcane Knight. So 3 different subclasses. They all play pretty differently, and they get different effects here, but I'll break this down in those videos. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we got a lot of good things to talk about here. We also got ourselves the Twilight Domain Cleric mod. This is made by Grookey, and I've previously done a build on this, so you can check out my channel for some of that. This is a really fun subclass for the Cleric. Comes with a lot of great things. We also got ourselves the College of Dance Bard, which is somewhat like a Bard Monk. I think that this is a great combination. This mod is made by Chiz Freak here, and it's cool. I'll also be doing a build guide on this at some point this weekend, so you can stay tuned for that. Really cool, based on punching and dancing and fighting and being a cool bard. We also got ourselves the Accursed class, and I did previously do a build on this one as well. This mod was made by Gunk Monk here. 3 different subclasses: the Damned, Corrupted, and Possessed. So 3 cool subclasses for the Accursed. I think this mod is fun. It has all the way up to level 20 support, and I'll be probably doing more builds on this one, so you can check those out as well. And we also got ourselves the Selenite Paladin's Oathbreaker. So this one's made by Selenite Paladin and Randaruda, and what this does is it gives you the ability to choose the Oathbreaker Paladin as a subclass. Now, I previously talked about this. I did a video actually on the Oathbreaker Paladin multi-class with the Dread Overlord Warlock. I posted that earlier this week, so I did do a video kind of touching on this, but now you can just choose it right off the rip from the class selection screen. So that's really nice, especially for those that want to play as an Oathbreaker Paladin. My personal preference is the Vengeance Paladin, but the Oathbreaker has a really cool flair, so I like this one. Just being able to choose at the start is awesome. We also got ourselves features from D&D 5e Planescape. Now, this is a loaded mod. There's a lot in this. So, made by Bib Quirty San, and I'll just briefly go over what's all entails in this. So you can check out their Nexus mod page to get a little bit further information on that. Compliments to Indiana Jones there, but basically what this does is it adds in a bunch of important features from the D&D 5th edition Planescape sourcebooks. It adds some feats and some other cool effects to the game. So there's 2 new backgrounds with the Planar Philosopher and the Gate Warden, and receives inspiration points like any background from the base game. Very cool. And the Outlands gives you Mage Hand, minor cantrip there, so that's cool. We also get ourselves a new deity with the Free Thinker for the Cleric, and if you have any of the other mods that allows you to choose deities, they also work with this mod, and I tested that to make sure. We also got ourselves some new feats, so these are cool. Scion of the Outer Planes, so you have to be level 4 to obviously take a feat, but basically what this allows you to do is you get a cantrip and the choice of a resistance. So if you want to get resistance to poison damage, you can get the Minor Illusion. If you want resistance to radiance damage, you can get Sacred Flame. If you want resistance to psychic, you can get Mage Hand. Resistance to necrotic gives you bone chill, and resistance to force gives you the spell guidance. So that's a cool new feat. We also got ourselves Planar Agent. This feat allows you to increase an ability by 1 and obtain a powerful reaction or some utilities. These reactions scale up when you level up. So the Planar Agent, you get 1 extra ability score. And then the benefits, you can get the Righteous Heritor here, which the channel Cosmic Forces of Good to gain benefits. You gain the protective reaction Soothe Pain to try and reduce damage suffered by you or an ally as a reaction. You also get the Baleful Scion here, which Forces of Evil. You gain the reaction Grasp of Avarice to deal additional necrotic damage and heal yourself. There's also the Agent of Order. You gain a Force reaction Stasis Strike to deal additional force damage with a restrain chance, so you can restrain the target with this one. There's also the Cohort Chaos, which gives you the Chaotic Flame reaction on critical miss and critical hit attacks to deal additional damage. And the Outlands Envoy, which gives you Misty Step and a Tongues spell, which your understanding of the target goes up a notch, whether in the form of logic or language, for a little while when you target. You become better with conversations with all sorts of people. So that's pretty cool. There's also the Planar Wanderer, which gives you another strong resistance to an element, and you can obtain the powerful spell Portal Cracker, so you can get either poison, cold, or fire damage resistance. And the Portal Cracker here, which your experience with the portal allows you to open 2 link portals with the need to concentrate. So it's like Dimension Door without concentration. That's awesome. And you also get the Glitch character. Glitch character is made up of several incarnations, which are different versions of the same person from a different universe. So this allows you to just create anomalies in the multiverse, sometimes other versions of you melt with your existence. Very cool. And this feat is there for fun and randomization. So yeah, really cool. There's also some spells that this brings. So the Warp Sense, so your sense of the present planar energies. Gain proficiency bonus in Arcana. This ends when you detect a portal and obtain information from that portal. There's also the Gate Seal, so the Fabric of the Fates, which prevents targets from casting most teleportation or portal spells. So there's some like minor niche use abilities here, and it also adds some scrolls. There's some new items that can end the Charmed and Frightened conditioned, grant you its magical effect, gain proficiency in Arcana and Perception. Mimir, the head of Mimir, activating this device gives you some of its knowledge for 50 turns, refresh on long rest, and some other items. Iconic features, Popper from the Extraplanar Circus, found some unique looting items, so there's actually a lot of mods that revolve around him. This is really Mimir. Activating should grant you some of his knowledge, right? There's a Morte, kind of like a Mimir head again. Different type of sword here, 1d10, and you gain a +1 to initiative and spell slot restoration. It's cool. I love the katanas. And a bunch of other stuff here. There's a new dice mod, which looks pretty fancy. So yeah, this mod is extremely packed, and yeah, I just have a lot of great things to say about this one. We also got ourselves the Over-Explained Interaction Options Prime. Basically, to break this down, there's a lot of words on the screen. What this will do is anytime there's a dialogue option, it'll tell you, like, Gale will get -1, Astarion -1, Halsin gets a +1, Karlach gets a +1, Lae'zel. It'll tell you basically the options or things that'll come from that. So if people are going to gain any type of approval or lose approval, or if you'll become dating Shadowheart by saying something, or if you will break your oath with a certain choice, it all has all of this on here. So that's really cool. It also tells you the logic on what'll happen. It also gives you the difficulty challenge for any type of checks that you may get from dialogue. So this is a cool one. I know people are actually asking for this one. It was made by Xmas214 and right before Christmas. We also got ourselves Will's Devil form, in-game mod manager form. So this gives him a tiefling body now, as well as an added tail. So you can see his ears also change, and he's got the tiefling fangs. So that's cool. We also got ourselves a version of Gortash who gives him a beard and different hair. If you see any of the posters around Baldur's Gate of Gortash, he does not look like the grease ball that we have in the game. He still kind of looks like a grease ball here. I think that's kind of the whole thing with Bane. But yeah, made by Gold Athena here. We also got ourselves a Dark Justiciar legendary set, which comes with some cool items. So it gives +1 bonus spell saving throws. This is just basically a better version of the other Dark Justiciar armor. The gloves still do that additional 1d4 necrotic, but whenever you hit a critical, they do an additional 1d6 force. So combining the Crater Flesh gloves alongside the Dark Justiciar gloves, I think that that's a nice one, and it gives you an additional +2 to Constitution. There's also the Justiciar's Great Shield, +3 to armor class, get additional level 1 spell slot, and the Darkness Cloak, advantage on perception checks, and you can't be critical hit. Just Dark Justiciar boots gives you, they can't be moved by dark terrain or difficult terrain after scoring a critical hit. Movement speed is restored to maximum, which is awesome. Can't be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared, can't slip on ice or grease, and get freedom of movement and long strider. So that's really cool, and a legendary Misty Step. I like this because there's a lot of cool items in the game, but this just adds some more that fit within the game and don't make it feel broken, overpowered. So yeah, you got your Dark Justiciar half plate adding full dexterity modifier. So this is like this is similar to the Armor of Agility, given 17 armor class plus dexterity modifier. Gains resistance in Blade War, proficient with this armor while you're wearing it, advantage in Constitution saving throws. Obviously very strong. And the Justiciar's Scimitar, when you attack with advantage, you have a chance of blinding like the regular weapon, but you also cannot be blinded. After scoring a critical hit, you get Shadow Soaked Blow. Number of roll of critical hits decreased, and you gain advantage on saving throws while lately or heavily obscured. And you get Shards Darkness. So basically similar to the Shard Spear, but the Scimitar version. So Lucky Rim made this mod, great mod. We also got ourselves this hilarious image, but everyone speaks with animals. So this just gives everyone to speak with animals. However, you don't really have to download this because even in the base game, there's a ton of animal speaking potions. So if you want to save yourself one of the mods, you don't have to really go with this one. And it says they're 99% sure it won't break your game. So hey, that's good. But hey, you can also use the Cheater's Ring to make a bunch of animal speaking potions, but they're in such common supply in the game, you don't even really need that. You also got the Fix Hair Accessory colors, which changes the colors of the hair accessories, as you can see there. There's other mods that will add different colors to these things, so that's cool. Again, it's always nice to see more of these getting added. It's made by Persendipity, who also made the Kay's Hair mod and Kay's Hair extensions, so that's really cool. And we also got ourselves Weapon Action per Combat mod by Alexis K. This basically makes it so your special weapon actions that you get, like Cleave and Topple and things like that, refresh per combat, so you can use them in every encounter versus refreshing for long rest. That's nice, but I don't know if you need to spend a mod slot on that. This one, however, is really useful. Yoon Moon Sick made this, who is the creator of the Origin Mirror mod, which is kind of cool to see. I love this mod. It released on PC literally September 5th, so whenever PC mods came out. This is super useful. It makes it so you can't actually attack the ground. I can't tell you how many times I've attacked the ground, but it's over 9,000. It's a lot. So this one's nice. Just prevent you from attacking the ground. D&D 5R spell additions list. So this gives the Celestial Warlock a few spells. Not great, because I don't love the Celestial Warlock. It's not that good. Gives them Bane, Speak with Animals, Attach Insidious Laughter, and Planar Binding. So, meh. That's just a big meh for me. Now we also got ourselves the longer wizardly updo for Gale, so giving him longer hair. That's great for Gale lovers. Rejoice. And we also got ourselves a unlock level curve new XP scale, which gives a new scale to the XP in the increased level curve mod. So that's nice. But I'll show you guys now the class mod. As you can see here, we got the Oathbreaker, Back Scratcher, Oathbreaker. You can now select that as a starting class. I'm hoping to see the Eldritch Hunt come to console here soon, but that's really fun. And the College of Dance Bard, which gives us some nice effects features here. The Dance Virtuoso, so you get advantage on performance checks, and you get the ability to perform dance. You can do Otto's Irresistible Dance anytime. We also get the ability to, your base armor class becomes 10 plus dexterity and charisma modifiers, making this very strong, actually. Agile steps, whenever you use a bardic inspiration, you get the ability to perform one free bardic unarmed attack until the end of your next turn. Very nice. We also get ourselves the unarmed damage, so unarmed attacks become bardic unarmed attacks and deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage, and increases alongside your bardic inspiration die, which is cool. Any of the dexterous attacks, which lets you use your dexterity modifier instead of strength, whichever is higher. Strength potions will always have this the highest. And you got the perform dance, which is cool because you can dance with this. So look at me, I'm dancing. I'll show you what that looks like here. So you got that perform dance. You can do it to different songs like of Divinity and Sin, Sing for Me, the Queen's High Seas, Bard Dance, The Power. So you can see you also will pull out your sword. It's kind of funny. You look like you're in pain because this does use the animation for the Tasha's Hideous Laughter, or the Otto's Irresistible Dance. So yeah, it's funny. your character looks like they're in pain, but everyone will come near you. Another thing that's kind of weird I just want to touch on is Tav's teeth, or Dirge's teeth, are pretty ugly and they're dirty, so there's actually a mod for that. Hopefully will come to console too. As I mentioned, there's also the Twilight Domain Cleric, which gives us the Bestow the Eyes of the Night, the Vigilant Blessing, giving a +3 bonus to initiatives. You can see in Dark Vision up to 60 meters, and you also get the Sleep and Fairy Fire spells. I hope to see some of these other ones like the Order, Forge, Scorch, Shadow, Gust Domain, and Death Domain, which will come soon to console. But I do have a full build on this if you're curious what this is all about. And I guess I'll also show off the Cursed class, which is pretty interesting. It has curses that eat away at you. This is a high risk, high reward style class. Actually, it's just high risk. It has attacks that'll deal damage to you. And it's not overly powerful, so this is a nice challenge run class, so that's cool. But we finally have ourselves the Battle Mage, which comes with a lot of great choices. So you can see there it's got a good spell selection. It uses Mistress spells and the other spell mod that just got released. But what's cool about this one is it's got those 3 subclasses that play pretty distinctly of themselves. You also get the Spelled Blade. Whenever you deal damage with a cantrip, it infuses your blade, and that's really fun. So I'll just briefly show this off, but I will be posting a build a little bit later today on this. So Arcane Knight, Arcane Guardian, and Witch Hunter. So 3 distinct subclasses here. Very cool. I think this is a really fun mod. So yeah, I'm excited to cover that in a bit more detail, as well as the College of Dance Bard and maybe another Curse build. So yeah, this is probably the best console mod drop yet in Baldur's Gate 3. Extra encounters is huge, bunch of features, a bunch of new classes. This is a big loaded one. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. I do mod updates every single time the console gets new mods, so just let me know what you want to see and I will make it. So have a great day, everyone. We'll see you all in the next video.